Hi guys, welcome back. So in my last video I did say that I was going to go through the Paache airbrush with you guys and just explain double and single action airbrushes. So this one is a single action and I mostly use this for spraying cap plastics, or if I have to use psycho paint like silicone based paints, then I tend to use this one just because it's very easy to clean, to take apart. I'll do a video after this conversation to show you guys how to clean it. And also, it being a single action, it's very easy to just get a very even spray. You just press the button and the product is going to come out evenly. This is not good for detail. On a dual airbrush, you have a lot more control of the paint that comes out of your airbrush. You can go thinner, thicker. With this one, it's just one spray, like almost like a hairspray kind of effect. So I'll just show you how you clean your Paache airbrush after you've used it. So it's covered in cap plastic, as you can see, it's everywhere. This is the little apparatus they give you with the airbrush, and that will undo this, and you can take your needle out and clean everything. So first you make sure that this is completely down, so just wind it till it's down, so it's as far away from this as possible, and then you take and you unscrew this little screw. It's a little bit fiddly, it's very small. Screw it. I mean, that is, yeah, just full of cap plastic. Look at that. So I'm going to put that in the acetone, let it dissolve. Then we are going to wind that actually back up. And we are going to try and remove this needle. That's your needle there, so that's out. So you can put that in there as well. And here we go. So there's so much here that we need to clean off. Look at that. There's so much. Put that in there as well. And remove that as well, stick it in there. Okay, so I'm just going to clean these parts, make sure there's nothing on the airbrush. I'm just using acetone because that dissolves the baldies. And this I'll also clean, but I'm going to drop that in once all of that is out. So let's have a look at this one. So that is, there's so much on there. I'm going to clean that off. This is why I'm wearing gloves, because it's just goes all over the fingers. These gloves are going to disintegrate in a bit as well. Just check it. Probably quite a lot still there. Put back in. Take our needle out. Just check. Seems to be okay. seems to be all clean now. It's just dissolved into the acetone. All right, so we're going to put this back together now. Okay, so this has all been taken apart and it's all been cleaned in the acetone. So firstly, put back this part. Then we need to put that part in like that. Take the needle, and we then need to just push that through. There we go, and this all the way, and then you just screw that back on like that. And then this tiny little thing that you took out, screw that you took out earlier, that back in, just to secure it. It's very fiddly and very small. Oof, stuck to my finger. Okay, I'm going to actually just put it on. I'm going to put it on here like this, and then just put it back. That's it. Okay, and there we are, it's clean. That is how you clean your airbrush. So the Paache H is a very strong, durable airbrush. So I don't worry so much if this one gets clogged up, because I know I can take it apart really quickly, really easily, and get back to my job. Whereas with the dual action, the needles are very, very thin, very small, and I do worry a lot more about running silicones through that one. So as a dual airbrush, you'll press the button and then your product will come out. You can change the size of the needle here, the airflow, sorry. There's 3 different nozzles that it comes with. This one is a medium that I use, but there's a small one and a large one as well, depending on the flow that you want to come through this. So this is better for spraying surfaces. This is not going to give you detail. If you want to add detail to your prosthetic, like veining, or you want to go large to small, this is not going to be able to do it. You will need a dual action airbrush where you have control over the flow that comes out. So this here is your dual action airbrush. So it does look a little different to your single action. With this one, if you want to change the flow, the amount that's coming out, and the size of the flow, you will have to change this. You have to stop, take it apart, and change the nozzle. Whereas with your dual, you have a lot more control over what comes out of your airbrush. So you'll press the button down to release the product, and then if you press it back a little bit, it's a small flow. And the further back you go, the bigger the flow will be. So you can do really nice veining detailing. For instance, for a vein like small to large, you can just go small, large, and then go back to small. So there's a lot more control with these. The only thing is the needle is very delicate, very small, so I do worry a lot more about clogging this one, and I do clog it, so I have about 3 of these for painting. Hi guys, so something I forgot to mention, the other difference between your single action and your double action. So with your single action, the way that the colour or the substance that you're running through it goes through is different. So this is a detachable cup, which you put in like this, and then your substance goes in there, and it goes through the needle this way. So it doesn't actually run through your airbrush, which is why this one is just so much easier to clean if it gets clogged up, and it doesn't get clogged up as easily because of that. Then you've got your dual, which is a lot harder to clean if it gets clogged up because you have to take the whole thing apart. That's not detachable, so it's attached. Your colour goes through there and it runs through the airbrush. So yeah, that's why that one gets clogged up so much easier. I still prefer this one for detail. I do know people who colour with this one. You can change the flow by winding the needle up and down. And then, like I said before, you can change this as well. There's 2 other nozzles that you can use. So I'm sure you can do some detail with this, but I don't know, I'm just used to using my dual, just because I just prefer having a bit more control as I'm doing it.